Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light workers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So today we are going to dive into what to expect out of the energy for all of us for this week. What's going on with the energy? What messages do the angels have for you for best navigating this week? And so we're going to dive into the messages, and we're going to dive into the cards. So make sure you guys say hi if you're watching. I always love to hear from you. So this week is, we have stepped into Mercury retrograde, and I was saying last week that I really feel like this one is going to feel different. It can be a challenging time, but I feel like this one is really going to feel like, I think within this retrograde, we're going to understand, we're going to be feeling what it is that we're working on. I don't feel as much chaos and challenges in connection with this, because I think that we either have or we're working toward a little bit more clarity. Hi Darcy, thanks for watching. So we're going to I think, be able to navigate this one like a boss. And I'm not saying there won't be challenges. There aren't challenges, but I just think, and maybe this is just because it feels a little bit easier or different compared to like what we have been going through as a collective already. And I think that there are going to be some beautiful gifts that are being brought out amongst all of this energy that we have going on right now. And the first thing I want to say is, like, we really need to be paying attention to how am I taking care of my mind, body, and soul right now. And this is something that's always important, but I think that this is especially important right now. And so how am I doing physically with my body? Can I be exercising a little bit better? Can I be eating a little bit better? Can I be taking better care of myself in some way physically? Can I be getting more sleep at night? Can I be working on managing stress and doing things that help me to bring stress down? And taking a look at also mentally, where I'm at, what shifts, what changes do I need to make to that? How am I doing at taking care of my mental health, my mental well-being, and then also spiritually? Because I feel like what's going to be shown to us are these areas where the things that we need to work on, right? So spiritually, how am I doing in terms of feeling spiritually connected? Could I improve upon that? Could I do more things that make me feel spiritually connected, that make me feel like I am connected to a higher power? Can I have more, I really like to have what I call conversations with God, and just talk, and whether it's out loud or in my head, but just allowing myself to have these conversations and feel this connection, and feel like maybe on the other side of that conversation, or maybe this progresses later on, that I receive some answers, that I receive some clarity from that. So if you're stuck on something, or if you're needing help on something, or, I think it's important for us to have these conversations when we don't need help, when we, feel like we're having a good day, to have gratitude, or just to continue to have that connection. So what area do you need to work on? How can you work on it? How can you start right now? Because I feel like right now we can be taking some actions and working on some things so that we're bettering ourselves, so that we are preparing ourselves for what's next to come with us. And the next part of this also is, I feel a lot of energy. I'm being shown so much energy around communication right now. So it's going to be really important for you, number one, to get really real with yourself about what it is that you want, where it is that you're at, what it is that needs to be said, because I think sometimes we hold back on the things that we need to say, or because we want to avoid problems, or we're afraid to just be authentically ourselves, or we're afraid of how people will receive that. But I think that it's so important right now in this time to speak our truth and to express that, no matter what consequences may come from that. And I say consequences in air quotes, because I feel like whatever comes of that is what's destined to come. And anything that clears from you speaking your truth, or anything that develops from you speaking your truth, is destiny and opening doors for better things to happen. So open, honest communication is going to be really, really key. And being open and honest with yourself, right? How many times have we lied to ourselves? How many times are we not honoring that intuitive voice within ourselves that is trying to show us the way, that is trying to tell us something? So paying attention to that. And then also speaking and acting with integrity, because sometimes it's really important for us to be aware of how we can do better, how we can improve. Hi, Lauren. How we can improve upon our behaviors, our actions, the way that we approach things. How can we be better communicators, right? How can we listen better? How can we show more interest, care, concern for other people? How can we do that? And how can we do all of this? How can we communicate about what's needed to be discussed and do that with love, right? Because we always want to do that the absolute best we can from love. Even if we're getting a response from other people that is not from love, I think that it's really important to hold yourself to a higher standard, to not let yourself dive down into, meet them at their level. If somebody is coming at us from a more negative place, a more lower vibrational place. And so how can you continue to rise above that and do that with love and express what you need to express with love and leave the rest? So I think that we're going to find ourselves exploring all of that. What do we need to say? What do we want to say? How do we want to say it? And then it's going to be really important for us to say it. To allow that to be said and to flow with that. Lauren is asking to see my bracelets. I like to have little bracelets that jingle. So I've got my Alex and Ani bracelets, and then I've got several different kinds of crystals here too, because I like to have as many crystals on me as possible. Oh, she says I'm beautiful. Thank you, Lauren. It's nice to see you on here. So we're going to dive into now the cards that we have. Okay, so speaking our truth is going to be really, really key. And then we have the Seven of Air upright. Okay, so this is really saying we may find ourselves stepping out of a pattern that we have been repeating over and over and over again. This is also about taking a look at the way that we've been doing things. There's some type of a revision that needs to happen. There's some type of a change that needs to happen. What do we need to change? What do we need to revise? What do we need to shift? This is also about understanding that if you're not seeing things manifest in the way that you want, trusting and understanding that we have guides, angels, a higher power, a higher self, whatever that is that you believe, but there is energy out there that supports us, that's helping us. And this is really saying chill out and relax and trust that we've got this under control. You do your part, you take action as you feel inspired to, and we will do our part behind the scenes. And that can be really hard sometimes when you're not seeing that concrete evidence, but it really is important to have that trust and that faith and understand that things will come when they are destined to come in that perfect, beautiful, divine timing and that perfect, beautiful, divine way. And the next card that we have here is the Knight of Water. So this really is supporting this energy of in circumstances, in relationships, whether it's romantic relationships, whether it's work relationships, family relationships, friendships, whatever, that through communication there is a lot of potential for a deepening of connections, for a deepening of understanding one another, and to be able to really improve upon relationships here in this time. This, for those of you that are looking for love, this can be, a relationship kind of going to the next level. This can even be an engagement or a deepening, a further commitment within a relationship. So there is that energy that we have this week. And then we have the Dreamer card reversed. Okay, so this is saying to me, we're preparing for a leap of faith, to step into something new, to follow our dreams in some way, to go after a goal in some way. But right now we're kind of doing the prep work behind the scenes. We're getting ourselves ready, mentally ready. We're getting ourselves ready in terms of the things that need to be taken care of. And we're doing all the things to get set. So anything that you can be doing to get set for whatever it is that you're planning to do next, making sure that you're taking care of all those things right now so that when the energy moves forward a little bit more, you can dive right in and see a lot of energy. This is saying to me that there's going to be a lot of energy coming in that's really going to help to support the success of that, whatever that is, if you can allow yourself to properly prepare in advance. And so part of this preparation also is in doing the work, doing the internal work. We are in Mercury retrograde. This is about doing internal work, taking a look within, listening to our soul, and taking the time to do that. And the Six of Water reverse is really suggesting doing the work, particularly in regard to, you know, there's going to be old stuff that's going to come up for you, that's going to be stirred up for you, stuff from the past that's going to be stirred up for you. And this is an opportunity, if you allow it to be, to work through some stuff, to clear some energy, to release some old stuck energy that you don't need to hold on to anymore. But it means that you have to deal with this face to face. You can't push it away. You can't ignore the emotion that's coming up for you. You know, the best way is to go through the work, right? And so we need to allow this process to happen here. The next card that we have here is the Magician reverse. The Magician is all about you having everything within you that you need. You being ready to take this, whatever this thing is that you've been dreaming about, thinking about doing. You're ready for it. You're ready to take it on. You're ready to take something new on. And this is really saying that you're almost ready for this. This is reverse. So it's not time with this in the Dreamer reverse. It's not time to like just dive right in completely right now, okay? It's time to do the behind the scenes prep work, to get yourself ready, to learn what you need to learn, to take care of all those little things that need to be taken care of, to do that prep in order to allow yourself to move forward when it's time to move forward with things. And this is really saying to me that that's going to come soon, and that's going to be really powerful, where like we step into things and it moves pretty quickly, whatever that is for us. And then the next thing that we have here is the Three of Air reverse. And the Three of Air reverse is again a period of healing. This is us taking a pause to deal with any grief that we have kind of stuck. Hi Joy, hi Yolanda. Any grief that we have stuck, anything that is being stirred up, again, old stuff being stirred up, anything that needs to be addressed is going to come up. So understand, you're going to feel emotional, you're going to feel anxious, you're going to go through a process, but it's a process. And the process is meant to heal us. And the more that we avoid it, the more that we ignore it, we're just pushing it off to have to be dealt with later, or forcing ourselves to try to numb it in some way, and that only is going to work temporarily. So do your best to not numb yourself. Do your best to work through what's wanting to be worked through here. Okay, and then the last card that we have here is the Queen of Fire reversed. Okay, so it's time for us to really come back to this idea of understanding how powerful we are, understanding that we shouldn't be and don't need to be underestimating ourselves. Remember how powerful you are. Really connecting with your confidence, really connecting with this beautiful Queen of Fire energy, right? This very powerful, powerful energy. And this is about stretching your wings and flying and trusting that you have everything within you to be able to do that. And it might not be the time that you full force dive right in right now, right? Because those cards are saying not quite yet. But get yourself ready, get yourself mounted on the edge of this leap of faith with everything that you need to be able to do it. And the time is coming for us to take that leap. So take care of everything that you need to take care of in the meantime. So those are your messages for this week. I would love to hear from you guys in comments below. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like or that heart button, and I always appreciate the shares as well. So I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.